Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time another Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. We are on day 6 of Hush Delirium Week. Thank you all very much for all the support. We did have another video crossing 3,000 likes. And if you haven't already, go check out some of the Blueprints videos. They're doing very, very well. And those videos will also count towards the like streak goal if somehow they make it over 3,000 likes. But again, it's all part of the support system here. And I do appreciate everybody who goes out of their way to engage with the videos and, of course, watch them every single day and leave a comment as well. Here's your artwork of the day, submitted by FoxyBoy02 on the Invicta subreddit. Title of the thread was wow, and then in the thread they said, my work best friend recently got into Isaac and his girlfriend made him this, and I just know Sin is gonna love it. I do love it. It's a very weird mesh of like 3D flat colors, but also like kind of realistic in a way, like stylized in that sort of old-timey way. I do like it. So hats off to your work best friend's girlfriend. I don't think that's a sentence I've ever said before. Hop on in, day 6. Remember, we got to go Hush Delirium, and oh my gosh, we got Danny's hair, and then also tons of HP. 9 kilo, 6 November, 6-6 Sierra whiskey. Got Dan Avadan's hair and the ice cream scoop, which does that. And it's not an item that it's not an item. It's just not an item. Ice cream scoop can very easily be replaced and will be easily replaced as soon as I can. It gives you Peep's Eye and the chemical peel effect. Essentially, that's about it. You saw me have to use the shots right there to displace that fat Isaac because he was coming directly for us and would have blocked off that little escape vector that we had there. So I had to use it to displace him and push him down a little bit while also kiting all these dang flies. But our base stats are okay, except for our damage is not incredible. Movement speed is bad, but overall, I would say our damage is passable here. And of course, Raw Liver is going to start us off with 2 HP, one of the more rare items in the game, and it's also one of the more powerful ones in the game because it gives you not only a full heal, but also there's not many items in the game that give you just double HP, and it's just one of those items you gotta love. Many years ago, Ryan was trying to get Dead God and finally got Raw Liver. That was the last one that he needed way back in Rebirth. I don't remember back in those days what my last item was. I want to say it was Raw Liver as well, but it's so hard to find is what it comes down to. So I'm not going to skip I'm not going to skip the item room accidentally. We're going to go back here and look at it. Get Crackjacks, which doesn't give us any stats, but it does give us some more HP to kind of bolster our already pretty bolsterous amount of HP. Expecting this champion to explode, but we got to get rid of these flies first. Or not. That's fine too. The black flies, by the way, they cannot hurt you, so don't worry about taking them out. You can walk into them. They're very good for farming, actually. Whenever you get Serpent's Kiss or any kind of or like Midas Touch, something like that, they're very, very good to just kind of just farm up. I feel like Midas Touch is an item we haven't seen in quite a while. Really, kind of the same thing kind of holds true for Serpent's Kiss as well. I wouldn't mind seeing Serpent's Kiss on a run. But, as always with this past week, all eyes are going to be on Delirium as well as Hush to see how much of a pain in the rear it's going to be. And yesterday's episode was it was a good run. I mean, we had Black Judas, of course. We absolutely crushed it. Minus a little miscalculation on my HP there on that part. I was pretty much raging out going in those stupid red room curse rooms. I was tilted pretty heavily after that, just because. But at the end of the day, it worked out, and everyone had fun. We go on to last week's question of the episode. This one coming in from Judah Hamilton 6864, who said, "We've heard your opinion on 100 men versus 1 gorilla. Now, what about 1 million lions versus every Pokemon?" 1 million lions is a lot of cats. Like for Pokemon, there's what, like 1,100 some odd Pokemon now. I don't think anyone realizes how much bigger 1 million is versus 1,000. So like even with Pokemon, like let's say the Pokemon have all their abilities and they've got like all these whimsical powers. They can breathe fire, they can teleport, they can freeze, all this stuff like that. A million lions all going for the jugular is I'm sorry, but I think the Pokemon loses. I think they really do. Like a million, even if they were at their fantastical scales, like Rayquaza and Groudon and Kyogre and Arceus and all them, like they don't have magical snapping powers where they just like Thanos snap and then everything dies, right? Like they still got to fight stuff. So maybe Giratina, I guess, but even then, it's a million lions. Like I got to take the lions. I'm sorry. That might be a hot take. I know that people want to think that Pokemon will just wipe the floor with real animals, but yeah. I do not want to see a million lions come running after me. And I'm pretty sure that most of the Pokemon would just get absolutely slaughtered. Like all the baby Pokemon, all the Togepis of the world, all the fish Pokemon, they're all done. Like they're actually cooked. And that's another thing. Like, how are water Pokemon supposed to fight? Like the ones that actually swim. You know, unless they're able to like somehow be in a bubble or something like that, then sure. Yeah, I think that Pokemon are actually just done by sheer numbers alone. It is still funny that how many people think that a gorilla even has a chance, man. Like I don't want to rehash that because that's literally all that we talked about last week. But I will say that it's still surprising to me that people will take the gorilla in that fight. And we talked about it on the stream, and people are like, "Well, how are you going to kill it? You can tire it out." It's like, if it's tired, then it doesn't have a defense. And it's got a belly. It's got you know, the nether regions that you can very easily just kind of go to town on, and yeah, that's it. I mean, at worst comes to worst, I mean, a human bite would definitely be able to tear through the soft underbelly of a gorilla if it's tired out, like completely exhausted. So I'm still taking the humans on that one. That's gonna be enough talk about violence against animals. we've had enough for one episode here. We gotta ration it out. We got Limehorn and also plenty amount of HP here. Get another Tears upgrade. Pisces is going to give us that knockback effect that we all know and love. And then we'll absolutely take Little Horn and Spear of the Night. Into the curse room for half price, you might as well. It's always great to have spectral tears. You heard the little meow meow. That right there. That's a new sound effect for Little Horn, which threw me off really badly the first time I heard it. I thought there was something wrong with my sound card. To be honest. Yeah, we have no keys. Silly me. Hopefully this flying will lead us to get some Yaves. Yaves are always bueno. Yeah, we have Danny's hair though. That's 100% Danny's hair. That would be when people ask me like who would I want to collab with? Who would I want to like just talk to? Just like hang out for a few hours in a day. It'd be Dan. Not necessarily Aaron, but definitely Dan. And it's not that like I wouldn't like it's not that I would turn down like a conversation with Aaron. I just like he doesn't strike me as someone I'd be able to have like a life conversation with, you know? He's one of those guys who comes off to me anyway as someone who is just unable to be not goofy or silly for even a iota of a moment. You know, those people exist, and that's fine. It's just they're not my cup of tea. There's a few people. I have a couple mutuals that are just like that. Like they're just always like on. You know, like you hear them speak, and they're usually pretty loud, and they love doing voices, and they love their memes, all that stuff. It's like Yeah, it works. That shtick works for some people, but they're not someone that I would want to hang around with a lot. You know, like I want to be able to sit down and talk to Dan. That'd be cool. Game Grumps, by the way, if you don't know who I'm talking about. We have a member of the Mosh Pit who's apparently very good friends with Danny, and they've told Dan that I'm an admirer of his. I love his music. I love Ninja Brian's music, and I mean Aaron makes some good songs too. But yeah, that would be my dream collab, to be on Guest Grumps or something. The channel's gonna have to be much bigger though. I'm small potatoes. I'm small potatoes in general, honestly, compared to most of YouTube these days. That's okay. One day I'd like to make a push for the upper echelons of getting close to the gold play button. That'd be my ultimate goal, be 1 million subs. But it's something that like I've never obsessed over, really even truly honestly cared that much about. It'd be nice to have like a moving achievement, you know. Something next that you can shoot for and aim for. Very upset that we took damage in that room, and also even more upset that we're gonna have an orbital here. Gonna try to super jump us. Yeah, Black Pestilence is the worst one here. Not only does he fire out the multi-directionals, but also he spawns Trites, and Trites will, if you don't have the DPS to hang with them, you will get run over. You'll get jumped on very quickly. And then he also spits out spiders, so it's the worst of all worlds. I'm not anticipating a double deal here. Even if we get one, we can't take it. Oh, we got one. And I guess we can take it because it's Krampus. And this is don't be shy about using, of course. Don't be shy about using bombs against Krampus. We do get Lump of Coal, which is a very nice DPS upgrade here, but we need to get some stats here quick. You know what type of people I'm talking about. Like, you know, we all have those friends. You know, that one guy or that one girl that we know that's just like you know, they're always kind of on, like they're always kind of doing a bit. You know, it's like, okay, they're fun. They're fun. Everyone loves a clown, but it's not someone that I'm going to be able to ever take seriously in any capacity whatsoever. That was the most ridiculous pathing I've ever seen. That super jump literally went behind us. Straight up went behind us, wrapped around, and then hit us. I think that is... If that's not clown physics, I don't know what is. Keeper did a good job there. We absolutely had to take Synth Oil because we need damage, but we know that we're on one Soul Heart here, so we cannot afford any more damage right now. Take any more damage. We need more damage, but not take more damage, so we got to be locked in here. Our movement speed's not very good. Remember, we have Pisces, so the bouncing around is going to be a problem and has already caused some problems here. The only real benefit to having Pisces is that it does break the Tears cap. It's a pretty significant Tears upgrade. You just gotta be locked in here. Yeah, this is one of those rooms, again, talking about hosts yesterday. You see me do this very often because they only really raise their faces whenever Isaac is turned away from them or kind of not paying attention to them. That's when they choose to strike. So you got to kind of goad them into raising their shield a little bit. Okay, well, We are capped on tears, and if we didn't have enough spectral tears already, boy howdy, we are good. We're good here, game. But what we really need is a tinted rock. We need some soul hearts. We need some HP upgrades. For a run that where we started with liver, we're not in a good spot. I think fishing for magic mush here is a decent strategy. Not going to produce anything, but we might as well try. And we could go in the curse room. That would be pretty much close to death as it can get, because we'd be leaving with 1/2 heart, despite us having an eternal heart. The eternal heart does not count as an HP upgrade. It counts as basically a 1/2 soul heart. If you lose that, you're dead. You can't stay alive on just an eternal heart. So, in other words, we can't play like we have 2 HP here. We only have 1. That's it. All right, game. How is the shop going to be spawning on this one? What was the point down there? I wouldn't mind getting wooden chests, but we just cannot afford to mess with the spikes right now. We don't have the movement speed. Even though we have flying, it's just not a wise decision. It's Sackhead. Now, we do have contract from below as well, so that should produce us with a lot of usable consumables. This cherry card, we could go into the curse room. I'm going to decide not to, however. I'm going to choose not to. And that's because I want to use it against the boss. We may not have to use it against the boss, unless she gets too close. See the trites there trying to super jump us. And we get a range upgrade. All right. Currently in the process of trying to reset my sleep schedule. It's been real bad the last couple of days.
The chariot.
Normally I would have just eaten the 1/2 soul heart there, but we really can't afford anything right now. So I'm recording this. I'm basically recording this on zero sleep. It's currently 4:18 p.m. I got a stream to do in 45 minutes. Because I had to get up. I had to go to the doctor's office and essentially take care of something. And I knew that I wasn't gonna be able to sleep, so I was like, "Yeah." I went to bed late and woke up at like it was like 8:30 p.m. and I'm like, I sleep well during the daytime. I really do. Sleeping during the day is like one of the best times for me to sleep well ever. It's my perfect time frame. But it doesn't make for a good schedule. Like, I sleep, but the whole day is over by the time I'm up. I can't make any phone calls. I can't order anything. I can't get groceries. I can't do anything. And if I do stream, and then it's really late. So, against Humanity, hopefully it does better than it did yesterday. I am going to use the stars card here and immediately get sad because the game still is not giving us anything amazing. Although the jar of anything and everything, it is, technically speaking, it isn't a soul heart generator. It's just a very poor one at that. And I don't think that they're ever going to buff the payout rate of the full charge, the full 12 charge on the everything jar. I wish they would. But it really is pretty trash. So the higher that you charge, if you didn't know, the higher that you charge the everything jar, the more benefits you get. But more often than not, the full charge of the jar of everything is not worth it. And it can sometimes give you a TM trainer item, and that's not good. I think we all know about that. Tons of money. There we go. That's what we need, baby. Now, we accidentally picked up a full charge, and that does kind of screw me up a little bit, because I think that I'm pretty sure that the golden heart does skip over the Soul Heart, but as you see here, we just got 2 in this room. And yeah, that's a big time play there. We're gonna go up to almost 99 cents. Tons of bombs, tons of keys. We don't have a whole lot of HP. I wouldn't say tons, but it's good enough. And we also have a dead end. All right. Another Sinvicta full clear here. I honestly don't remember the last time that we had mapping. I really don't. And boy howdy, what I wouldn't give for it, because we've had, out with the exception of yesterday with us going straight to Delirium, we've had some hellacious luck in navigation. And you know, the month of May so far, I'm gonna be honest. To be honest, the month of May has not been great. Yeah, so that black fly right there, yeah, that was the 12-room charge of the Jar of Everything, if you ever wanted to know if this item was trash or not. So there you go. Lopia. It is 1 billion times better than the Everything Jar. You couldn't pay me to do a run with just the Everything Jar. Maybe in the Judging of Isaac. Maybe that's on the docket somewhere far, far, far down the line. We've got so many more items to go through. Really don't need any more money. Just needed to find the boss room, and as you can see here, we did a total full clear. So this might be one of those runs we're gonna have to give ourselves entry. Was that a full Soul Heart of damage there? Really? We get another orbital. That's just super, super great game. Super duper awesome. So great. Really great. We failed a 68% deal with the devil. All right. And Curse the Blind. All right. Game is just on all cylinders today, aren't we? Full clears, Curse the Blind, missed devil deals. All this money we can't spend. What? What hit us over here, game? What was here that hit us? We were on top of a rock. All right, let's rein this in because I'm about to lose my mind here. This run is outrageous. I don't know what hit us over there because we were on top of a rock. But you get the chance to just rewind it instantly. I don't have that luxury. I have to sit here and wonder what hit me because in my mind, I didn't see anything there. I saw a shot. And I saw a rock that we were over. That shot should not have been able to hit us. Unless there's another shot that I didn't see. But this was a collection of some of the worst item rooms I've seen. And we're not going to take one here. PH Dizzle. Give us a range up. Battery pack is very useful for us. All right. No movement speed. Our tears rate is higher than our damage, which is always good. We're gonna have to fight Hush with Unless the game throws us a bone here, we are in a lot of trouble. I don't say that lightly. We're on depths 2 with more tears than damage. This is a disaster in the making here if we end up having to go fight Hush with these stats. Like, don't even, like, forget about Delirium right now. We have to use Diplopia here just to see what's on the menu. It's gonna be a Satanic Bible, which, I mean, at least that does give us a way of generating soul hearts, obviously, and then we also get dark matter. There is a full charge inside of the shop because of battery packs. So, but what's funny now is that, and ironically, of course, is that those 2 payouts that we got that were sacks actually kind of screwed us here, because we could have gone back. Those were supposed to be full charges, but because we have Sackhead, they got converted into sacks. So those full charges it's basically 2 soul hearts that we got kind of messed up on there. There's a library here as well. Half price curse room here, and we do come away with 2 more soul hearts. Okay. Things are looking up slightly. Satanic Bible, or the Book of Revelations would have been a lot better there. We got Bookworm. That's going to be good for our DPS. We still have 1 more soul heart we can get out of that full charge in the shop. And maybe we can bomb our way into this. No, we can't. The skinny room, never mind. Look at that, we get our full card back as well. Look at us. Look at us thriving. We should try to get this full charge here. Yeah, we may have to end up spawning in Mama Mega to get us into Hush, because 24 minutes, unless we get Curse the XL, we are not making Hushy. But the trade-off there is that then we gotta fight Hush. With what I would say is some subpar stats here. Although our tears rate is excellent. Our movement speed is not. Our damage is only slightly starting to come online now. And I'm not gonna bother taking the blind item. I'll wait for a planetarium if we can get one. But the Satanic Bible is a lucky pull there, because at least we can out tank the mid game levels as we approach the end game here. We can out tank them for sure. I would like to get more movement speed. I would like to get more damage. Our tears rate is just rock solid. No complaints there. Now another thing we have to remember is that because we have the Satanic Bible, we are no longer going to be able to get boss items if we use it on the next level. So we have full charges. So I have to basically decide whether or not I want to use the Satanic Bible or not. We go into another dead end. How does he do it? Etc. Etc. And I've already made the decision. I mean, we need to make sure that we have HP. Forget devil deals at this point. We just need to make sure that we've got enough HP to live. And getting down to Polar Invincibility will be nice. Even if we can't get a devil deal here, we can at least guarantee a devil deal chance of an item coming up from the boss. Thought maybe it would be up there. Back to 99 cents again because we just had no good stores. We have PhD as well. And I got to remember that. PhD is one of those items that falls into the category of if I can't see it readily availably on Isaac, I immediately forget about it. Pretty fly. And we can go into this curse room here, and I can use the Fool card to get out if I really need to. Yeah, I will. Although something can be said for us having a teleport card ready to go for Delirium, because again, you may not think that you would want to teleport out of there, but there are times where if you find Delirium too quickly, you're going to regret it. And having a teleport card out there, it ensures that you know where Delirium is, and you never ever have to accidentally running into him again for the rest of Void. Especially if you're on a subpar run like we are right now. Okay, there we go. There's all the map once again, everybody. How does he do it, etc., etc. Amazing precision and consistency. We once again find ourselves looking at a dead-end map. Really is incredible. Like, it's really incredible if you sit here and think about how often we do this. That old classic troll is right. Those of you who don't know the lore behind the backstory of the troll who once came in and said that I purposely and willfully go to every dead end I can to boost my engagement and watch hours on my YouTube channel. And their proof of this was they said, and I quote, "It is mathematically impossible for someone to find as many dead ends as Sinvicta does without doing it deliberately." As you can see, we found another one, so yeah, we are 100% gonna have to spawn in Mama Mega because this month has been something else on the Sinvicta navigation scale, like really truly heinous. The worst that I can remember, honestly, in terms of discovering just every little nook and cranny of every single map. It is unbelievable. We're fortunate that we have HP here. Otherwise, it is dangerous. And we've seen the very extreme danger that you can be put in by doing full clears, and this is no exception. Gonna take Abyss. There's the maze. So Abyss will at least give us a little bit of help here, but obviously Abyss was one of the many nerfs in this last patch. And yeah, I think you guys know about how I feel about that. There were some good things about the patch, but also I would say that there's less good things about the patch than bad things. I've been critical before about the constant tuning. Oh my god, we might actually make it. That's ridiculous. I've been very critical in the past of this weird sort of need, I guess, like the feel that the game needs to be tuned, like in balance and stuff, when it's always been a single player game. It's not something that that's not something that I've been shy about. I think that the idea of balancing anything in this game is quite funny and silly to me. Wow, we actually made it with 1 second left to spare. That's nuts. Plenty of keys here. Plenty of money. And spun. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the abyssal flies now. Found the vampire. It gives us damage. We need damage, so I'm willing to take it. And boy howdy. These shops have been something else, I tell you what. No movement speed upgrade at all. All right, well, this is going to be interesting here. We got to minimize damage against Old Hushy. Baby, not a problem here. Lump of coal really doing a number. That distance damage. And now you're seeing the true nature of the danger that we are in. Not even against Hush right now, but later on against Delirium. Just kind of ignore the old Hushy flies. Now is when the real problems begin here. The continuum shots. We had a nice block by Cuban Meat. That right there is what the Polaroid's for. It allows us to reposition, get just to a better spot without taking minimal damage. Normally, I would say that our fights would be pretty much over by now, but again, our damage, while it's okay, being 8.01, is certainly not a Hush domination type of damage here. And unlike yesterday, we don't have Guppy, obviously, to help us out. This is going to be, we've taken more hits than I like. This is going to be a very, very, very painful Delirium fight. We've got to get more HP. Losing 3 HP to Hush is not good. And a part of me wonders if I should have just kept the Satanic Bible too. Could be pills or it could be pills or cards, and it was pills, but unfortunately the relaxed pills. We do still have the petrified poop though, so at least we can maybe get some soul hearts back. That 1/2 heart that we just got done getting.
Ace of clubs.
Unfortunately, it's pretty impossible for us to get a bomb on these fires as much as I would like to. You'd have to take a hit and then drop the bomb, which is just not worth it. Your Charm of the Vampire going off, but we've got to be. I apologize for the sort of silence here, but we really got to be dialed in for Delirium. This is gonna be bad. We're gonna take the mysterious paper. Yeah, it could give us an extension on Polaroid, I think. World card. We're definitely gonna be using that in Void. Hierophant's huge.
The Hierophant.
And even these eye lasers are taking forever and a day to actually destroy. We got a horse pill relax. So this could be something that is worth taking here for the petrified poop being in the other room. Yeah, so that could be potential gold there. Gonna be we call this the polished turd build. This one's Soul Hearts here. Yeah, we got one. No, we did not want an Eternal Heart because that ruins Polar Invincibility against Delirium, and that was the one thing that I really didn't want. We need to have Polar Invincibility against Delirium on a run like this. Otherwise, it's very, very quick. You can burn out and lose all that HP. Oh, we've gone the wrong way. All right. We just found one giant Isaac circle. Giant, it's a Isaac racetrack. And even us taking dark matter there it's pretty risky. I mean, you see the silliness that happens with clown physics. Now you amplify that by a whole bunch by things being scared, which of course means that they run at 5x the speed that they normally run. Again, I'm going to save the world card for the Void because we need to know. We need to know where we're standing and how many rooms we can get more items out of before having to fight Delirium. But again, we don't have any way of teleporting out of the Delirium fight if we do accidentally find them first. A little extra shot there. The game is definitely on one today. Little poison action on him. All right, almost there. Now, before you go thinking that, oh, we're just sandbagging it, whatever, blah, 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 let me remind you that we are not going to have Polaroid Invincibility for this. We are just not. Our chest was absolute garbage. So all we got were abyssal flies out of it. One of them shielded. The mulligan I will take. We don't want lodestone. Gonna be one for abyss for sure. But we need abyss to kind of just be its own here. Piercing shots are fine. Okay, thank you, Bighorn. Appreciate it. That's what we like to call clown physics around here. Around these parts. Yep. Wow, dude. And that's what I'm talking about right there. We just lost 3 soul hearts just just like that. If we can get 9 lives, that'd be great. I would not necessarily turn down Lard. Oh my god, dude. The game is just styling on us right now. Like, it is actually pulling out all the stops on us right now. Get the electrified locust. Please, game. Just one time. I'm just asking you to just not explode bombs immediately. We have Pisces. We should be able to knock these bombs away. Tears Liquid is good here with piercing shots. You know, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I think Little Horn might be on the chopping block. Big Horn's kind of causing us way more problems than necessary, and combining that with the clown physics going on with Pisces is not making me feel good. Now, apparently Data Miner also gives you a chance to get a random locust effect, so I wouldn't mind getting Abyss on it. We really should try to get as many abyssal flies as possible. Guppy's Collar. It gives us a chance in case disaster strikes. I'm starting to honestly think that Pisces is also starting to get taken off the menu here. I normally like Pisces, but Pisces has caused us an insane amount of damage. Again, it doesn't help that we have no movement speed upgrades. Boom. So let's go. Let's take TM, or not TM Trainer. Let's get Data Miner. Montezuma's Revenge is okay, but we don't have the movement speed to facilitate us using it against Delirium, and also even if we did have the movement speed to use it against Delirium, I still wouldn't use it against Delirium. That is not a winning strategy in my opinion. Getting up and close and personal to the world's sketchiest boss. Guess it's as good as mine, dude. I'm hoping we just find a bunch of mobs that we can just use this on, but that's just not going to happen. At this point, we need all the HP we can get. Cannot rely upon the game to give us any more ways to get rid of our red hearts. This is going to be rough. It really is. We're only sitting on 5.5 HP going up against Delirium. I mean, we still have to fight Blue Baby, too. Blue Baby's not a slouch. Not with these stats, anyway. But, I do not feel good about this. And, you know, I gotta put a lot of blame on Pisces and Littlehorn. They've not been doing us right. Lack of movement speed is also a huge issue with this run. And these chip shot damage instances that we're taking, they're only going to be made worse. We've got to lock in here. This is bad. Real bad. Okay, we can probably infer from the map that Delirium's in the top left. So let's go to the secret room first. We have got to get as much HP as possible here on this level before fighting Delirium. I'm really sad now that I didn't hold on to the Satanic Bible. That was a big blunder there. Abyss is not going to cut it. And I should have known better to take a nerfed item over a Soul Heart generator. A very, very, very sub-average run. Leave that full charge there just in case we do get somehow miraculously like the book of Revelation or something. Got a lot of abyssal flies, but you've got to be kidding me, game. Yeah, I think Pisces and Littlehorn are both done. I don't think we picked them up. Never together. Got more chances for us to get any kind of movement speed upgrade whatsoever, game. I'm just asking for just something. Squeezy doesn't really do anything for us, but we do get 2 soul hearts. Just getting him's only half the battle. You see how often we have to retreat and just try to just run away from little basic shots. Mobility is everything in Isaac. If you can't dodge, you can't win. Just period. You just will not win. Doesn't matter how good you are. Lusty Blood will take. Delirium does spawn ads every now and then, but they're not frequent. Got a lot of flies. So we have the moon card, which can teleport us out if we do get into a lot of trouble. I'm almost certain that is Delirium based on the fact that it's adjacent to a 2x2. We got a random tinted rock in here. And who knows? Maybe Abyss is the chosen one. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe Abyss was secretly on our team the entire time, and we made the right choice instead of us taking the Satanic Bible. I don't know how many flies we have now, but it's quite a bit. The fly doesn't do anything for us here. There's a Soul of Isaac, which we can use for a reroll. Now again, I'm predicting that this is Delirium here, so I'm gonna pass on it. We're gonna go all the way up to that other boss. And if that one's Delirium, then it's just whatever. So many champions. Definitely what's been the most challenging run so far of Hush Delirium Week. It's not over yet. It's not over by a long shot, so don't think oh he's got this. No. Don't think that. If you believe that truly, I think that you're jumping the gun a little bit here. The Hermit card, so we can teleport out again if we need to. And if it were any other boss, I'm talking about any other endgame boss, whether it be Beast, Mega Satan, Lamb, Isaac, whoever, this would not be a problem, right? But the fact that it's Delirium is that's the problem. The fact that it's that boss. So day 6 here is turning out to be an extra long episode for you all here. And if you're enjoying it, enjoying the excitement, the tension, and the rage, make sure you click that like button. I would appreciate it. And, well, here's Delirium. I guess we're just going to go. Looks like I was incorrect about that. We don't even have our teleport, so we just got to do it here. We have the range right now to hit him, and our Abyssal Flies are doing a good amount of damage to Delirium. No idea what just happened. And we want to stay at ultra max range here. Our Abyssal Flies they won't home in on them, but they will go across the screen for us. That was when the boss armor's kicking in here. Lusty Blood's maxed out, obviously. Fix telefragging, huh? And there we go. Get me out of this run. 1 hour and 1 minute later, we are out of this. Day 6 is in the books. Good Lord, man. We did it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, everybody. If you did, make sure you click the like button and leave a comment down below. Those two things help out tremendously, as well as, of course, just watching the videos. Thank you all very much for all the support. Thank you for those of you who signed up for the YouTube memberships as well as joined the Discord. It is all amazing support, and I could not be more thankful for you all being here. Have a great Saturday, and as always, I will see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like, thanks to patrons of mine like Vincent Velasquez, Ade Ode, and Mark J. Cameron. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.